Hi, Dave Farmer Loan Consultancy, and I want to talk to you about the alternatives to the CBIL scheme. Now, the reason why I want to address the alternatives is because of what we're seeing when businesses are applying for the CBIL loan scheme. The biggest response we've seen from the mainstream banks is rather than progress the CBIL application, they're offering an overdraft. Now, the cynical side of me says that they'll offer an overdraft because they can sort it out at a later date and use security that they've already got and therefore be in a much stronger position. Perhaps I'm being too cynical. But there are advantages to using overdraft because the money goes in now. And a lot of the companies that are borrowing on the CBIL scheme have already paid out for March's payroll and they're into April and the HMRC money hasn't come through yet. So I get it. But what we've got with the CBIL scheme is we've got a lot of borrowers applying and a lot of lenders receiving applications. The key thing to remember is that the CBIL scheme is the last resort for the lender. It's there if none of the traditional lending products fit. So if we look at this in terms of a standard negotiation, we've got the lender on one side and the borrower on the other side, and they are opposite ends, which means that at least one of those parties is going to be unhappy with the end result. In this case, the lender's got all the bargaining power, they've got the cash. So the chances are the borrower is going to be left unhappy. So to get something which both parties are happy with, there needs to be some sort of compromise. And because of speed, and because the CBIL scheme is the last resort for the lender, what I'm saying is actually a lot of those applications that are going in for a CBIL scheme, they may be better off looking at the alternatives from day one. Those alternatives aren't going to be quite as preferable because, to be honest, there isn't anything that's going to be as preferable to the borrower as the CBIL scheme. But in terms of practicalities and getting the deal over the line and the cash into their account, what I'm saying is actually look at the alternatives and consider them because they may be quicker, easier, and actually when we look at traditional negotiation, they may be closer to where both parties are happy. All I want is for your clients that are applying for the CBIL scheme to go in with their eyes open and their expectation clear that it is the last thing the lender wants to provide. Consider the alternatives. They may be better, quicker, and a more tasteful compromise. Bear it in mind. Any questions, you know where we are, give us a call and I will keep sharing our experience of how the scheme's going.